Welcome to the KELOLAND Sports Zone and the first full slate of games this season. I'm Travis Faustian alongside Bailey Millen.
Tonight we'll spotlight 11 games, including 3 top 5 matchups, and we begin with the reigning 11 AAA champions. Washington began its quest for a 4th straight title against Brandon Valley. The Warriors are on the attack, but Gabe Person has the ball stripped away by Jordan Block, and the Lynx recover. BV, though, unable to turn it into points, and the Lynx have to punt it away. Later, first quarter, Jaden Johansson hands off to Tupac Capella. He bounces off one defender, stays on his feet, then avoids the tackle and bounces into the end zone. Washington leads 7-0. In the second, Johansson finds Jacob Smith down the sideline, and the senior grabs the ball from the air to pick up the first down. Moments later, that sets up this. It's Johansson to Smith again, this time for the touchdown. Smith catches it on his fingertips to put the Warriors up 13 as Washington pulls out the victory 28-14.
Second-ranked O'Gorman opened its season against Aberdeen Central. On the night's opening drive, Zach Norton looks right, throws left, and Tate Wishart does the rest. The junior running back goes 25 yards for the touchdown, add the PAT, and O'Gorman leads 7-0. Minutes later, Aberdeen Central responds as Austin Huff pumps, throws, and connects with Jackson Rolfs on a 10-yard touchdown pass. Tack on the extra point, and it's 7-all. A few plays later, the Eagles add a defensive TD. Tegan Schlimgen loses a handle. Jared Hilzendager snags it out of the air and scores. Aberdeen leads 14-7. But O'Gorman bounces back as Schlimgen goes up top to the far corner of the end zone. Canyon Bauer makes the catch. 20-yard TD pass ties the game at 14. Ahead of the second quarter, the Knights regain the lead as Schlimgen goes over the middle to Bauer, who stretches for the end zone and touchdown. 21-14 Knights. O'Gorman pulls away for a 58-14 win over the Golden Eagles. After falling 2 yards short of a title last year, Roosevelt opened the new season against Stevens. Opening quarter, the Rough Riders hang 6 on the board. Brady Dannenbring hits Mackie Muhammad, who goes 10 yards for the touchdown. The PAT no good. Roosevelt leads 6-0. On the heels of an interception, the Riders add to their advantage as Dannenbring connects with Tyler Feldkamp on the crossing pattern. The sophomore slips 2 tackles and motors 61 yards for the touchdown. Add the extra point, and Roosevelt leads 13-zip. More from the home team as Dannenbring corrals the high snap and throws a gorgeous ball down the seam to Feldkamp. Eludes 2 defenders and scores a 40-yard touchdown. He had 5 catches for 174 yards and 2 scores. Riders by 20. Still the first. Stevens gets on the board. Colton Hartford deep down the field to Brigger Nesbitt as he hits him in stride, 48 yards for the touchdown. Nesbitt had 5 catches, 152 yards and 2 scores. Roosevelt opens the season with a convincing 48-19 win over Stevens.
An 11 AA matchup pitting 4th-ranked Yankton against Brookings. Opening quarter, the Bucks add to their 3-0 lead as Ethan Wishon fakes the handoff, steps right, and connects with Miles Sarda on the 30-yard touchdown pass. Yankton leads 10-0. Ahead to the final seconds of the half, Yankton leads 10-3. Wishon steps up in the pocket and fires towards the end zone, where it's tipped twice and caught by Corbin Solar. 16-3 Bucks at the break. Second half, the Bobcats battle back as Jacob Schoen throws to the near side of the field, where Jay Wilbur makes the catch and goes 57 yards for the touchdown. 16-10 Bucks after 3 quarters. Ahead to the fourth, Brookings trails 23-17, but grabs the lead on a double handoff. Carter Idom bolts up the middle and goes 63 yards for the score, and the Bobcats rally past Yankton 24-23.
Great game there. We'll have highlights from a trio of Class 11A games next. We'll be right back.
We're watching the KELOLAND Sports Zone.
Dakota Valley advanced to the Class 11A championship game last November and opens a new season atop the Prep Media poll. Tonight, the Panthers faced a stern test at 5th-ranked Del Rapids. Opening quarter, the Quarriors' Eddie Price calls his own number and plows his way into the end zone from 6 yards out for the touchdown. Add the 2-point conversion, and we're tied at 8. Second quarter, Dakota Valley has it in Quarrier territory. Nate Rice keeps it himself, bounces it outside, scampers 36 yards for the touchdown. He had 215 yards rushing, and it's 15-8. After forcing a 3 and out, the Panthers special teams make a play. Ryan Hughes blocks the punt. Chase Montaigne returns it for 6 as the Panthers stretch their lead to 14. But Del Rapids answers back on the following drive. Price rolls right and heaves it downfield to Logan Ellingson, who gets behind the D and takes it 61 yards for the score. 22-16 at that point, but Dakota Valley tops Del Rapids 49-32. Hot Springs made the trek east to play Tri-Valley. On the Bison's first offensive play, Morgan Harkless drops back and looks deep for Matt Norton, who hauls it in and takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. After a penalty, nullified a touchdown and pushed him back to the 27. It's 3rd and 25, but Harkless buys some time, lobs it to the end zone. Norton comes down with the catch, putting the Bison up 7-0. Late in the first quarter, the Harkless to Norton connection continues. Morgan rolls right and finds Matt, who gets his hands under the ball for the sliding touchdown grab. Hot Springs earns a road win 24-14 over Tri-Valley.
Another 11A matchup featuring third-ranked T Area and West Central. Opening quarter, West Central quarterback Carter Healy rolls right and finds Derek Eidsness, who gets to the end zone. It's a 37-yard strike, and the Trojans take the lead 7-0. Later in the first, T's Hunter West lines up on the 1-yard line and puts it in the hands of Luke Elkins for the first Titan points of the year. T, though, trails 7-6 after 1. Now to the passing game of West Central. Brock Haldeman's in at QB, and from the shotgun makes a perfect 15-yard throw to Jackson Miller. It's 14-6 Trojans early in the second, but T Area rallies for the win 30-24.
We'll have highlights from another 4 games, including a battle of top-ranked teams in Iowa next. We'll be right back.
The KELOLAND SportsZone will be right back. You're watching the KELOLAND SportsZone.
Sioux Falls Christian opened its 11B title defense with a convincing 36-0 shutout win against third-ranked Winner. Tonight, the Chargers look to continue their winning ways against Mobridge Pollock. Late first quarter, Chargers quarterback Dawson Mulder keeps the ball and follows his blocker into the end zone. SFC leads 8-0. Next, Sioux Falls possession. It's Mulder again. This time he steps over one defender, then cuts back to the middle. Mulder races 43 yards for the touchdown, and the Chargers lead 16-0 after 1. Under 5 minutes before the half, Mulder airs it out this time. The 6'5" Mitch Goodberry is on the receiving end as he holds onto the ball and tumbles into the end zone. Sioux Falls extends the lead to 24. Mulder drops back again, and it's Goodberry making the nice grab. He's brought down out of the 15-yard line, but that picks up a Charger first down. Moments later, Parker Nelson takes the handoff. He gets around the corner and is in for 6 more. Sioux Falls Christian improves to 2-0 on the year with a 39-0 victory. Bridgewater Emery Ethan played its home opener against Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central. Second quarter, the Seahawks air it out. Brady Hawkins catches Sawyer Schultz in stride. Nice catch, and he's got an escort into the end zone. 42 yards for the score. It's 7-0 Bridgewater Emery Ethan. Next series, Blackhawks are driving. Landon Walter drops back, but Brady Hawkins jumps the route. He's got the ball, a nice run, and a lot of momentum for the home team. On the ensuing drive, it's 4th down and 3 for the Seahawks. The handoff goes to Jamin Aaron. He gets outside, breaks a tackle for a 15-yard score, and BEE pulls away for a 41-0 win.
A 9-man matchup pitting Castlewood against Dubrook area. On the Warriors' first play from scrimmage, Brandon Beneke gives to Caden Eng, who reverses course, turns a corner, and goes 35 yards. At 15 yards for the late hit, Castlewood has it 1st and goal. Play later, Beneke backpedals and fires. Eng scores a 10-yard touchdown, add the 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0. Possession later, the Warriors add to their advantage as Beneke pitches to Eng, who follows his blockers and dives for the pylon and the touchdown. Had another 2-point conversion on the pass from Beneke to Noah Wiersma, and it's 16-zip. More from the home team. It's Wiersma again. This time he comes up with the interception and rumbles 41 yards for the touchdown. Warriors by 22, and Castlewood picks up a 56-20 win over Dubrook area. Across the border, top-ranked Boyden Hull Rock Valley met #1 West Sioux. Start of the second half, the Nighthawks already up 29-zip, and they add 6 more. Brayton Van Keckerick takes a kickoff the length of the field for the touchdown. Boyden Hull Rock Valley leads 36-0 after 3. Fourth quarter, the Falcons hang a score on the board as Hunter Deckus goes deep down the middle to Trevor Schuler, 38-yard touchdown. But the Nighthawks roll to a 42-16 win over West Sioux. Time to hand out our weekly award, the Touchstone Energy Player of the Week. This week's recipient, Roosevelt wide receiver Tyler Feldkamp. Rough Riders sophomore had 5 catches, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns, and returned a punt 71 yards for a TD. And the Riders' 48-19 win over Stevens. Player of the Week brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy cooperatives. Together, we are re-energizing rural. The weekend sports schedule and hits and helmets next. We'll be right back.
The KELOLAND SportsZone will be right back. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to the KELOLAND Sports Zone. Looking ahead to more high school football on Saturday, including Rapid City Central and Lincoln beginning at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Belfouche taking on Sturgis, while St. Thomas More hosts Spearfish. Mitchell taking on Watertown. 7 o'clock the start time. We'll have highlights from the Colonels and the Arrows. The sports calendar is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Reach your more.
It's time to honor tonight's top plays and playmakers with another edition of Hits and Helmets.
Hits and Helmets brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
Let's go!
Fires the pass before he's hit from behind. It's floating in the air. It's tipped around in the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown.